Hey, so what's happening, Rising Ground family, and friends and hopefuls? Check it out. So I'm gonna pose this situation to you, and I want you to tell me what do you think about this. So we had a lady come up to us, and she asked, she says, I've been trying to, I want to be married. I've prayed about it. I've frequented, however you say it, places, churches, clubs, whatever you want to say, because I really want to be married, and I don't understand why it's not happening for me. I was in a relationship a couple years ago, and the person left her. He left her, whatever, and she's kind of bruised, rightfully so, I guess. But so our response to her was, again, Rising Ground Church is divine flow everything, an effortless way into a more fulfilling and abundant life. The thing that we have to realize on this earth, man, and as people on this earth, on this planet, is you have a thriving space, an effortless way into a more fulfilling life. A divine flow is the current, the invisible current that guides you effortlessly into your thriving space. Your thriving space it houses a lot. It's directly linked to who you are and to your purpose. And purpose doesn't have to include things that we deem to be, great things. You know what I mean? Changing the ecosystem, whatever it is. Thriving space is the place that you are designed to be fulfilled the most and to also do the most good. So we were saying, first off, you have to connect with the Spirit. You have to connect in this flow in order to be able to see what it has for you. And it'll guide you there. It'll direct you there. You might not see it at first, but along the way, you're going to get jewels along the path that kind of show you where you belong. And where you belong is where you belong. So for me, I grew up, I had a stepfather, but, I grew up, without a father per se. I remember growing up, and me and my brother, we had different fathers. We would go over his father's house. And then there came a time when I couldn't go over there, anymore. And I think I was kind of hurt by that. Stepfather comes in, in the scene or whatever. And, that's a whole nother situation, what I won't get into. But the point is, until I realized what I didn't have, I didn't need to have it in a particular way. Meaning, we have all kinds of things telling us and showing us that true life, good life, the best life, a prosperous life, a better life has to do with these things, or they show us what success looks like based on what they think success is. And they are anybody who we value for whatever reason, and we value them because they display to us some type of success that we think success is. That's a whole lot of success. Anyway, but the point is, you have to realize that there is a space, there is a place where you belong. Sometimes it's not going to hold things that other people have. Maybe it's not a father. Maybe it's not a mother. Maybe it's not both. Maybe you are adopted. But you have chosen to line up with this path, and it's taking you, into great places, or it will. Maybe it's whatever it is. But we have to stop thinking that abundant life and fulfilling life has to house these things, has to have these, these particular things. Yeah, maybe they do, but yeah, maybe they don't. But the first thing that we told her you have to do is you have to stop looking at everything that everybody else has that you think you don't have. Yeah, it's evident that you're not as happy as you want to be, but you take that to mean your happiness has everything to do with this person that you don't have, when that's not true. When you get into the place where you find your true identity, then you realize you hold the power. And then you realize that one day you say, wow, I didn't realize I didn't need this. You know, how many people who have devoted themselves to, you know, a life of solitude. And I'm talking about the people who belong in solitude, not the people who have forced themselves in there. Then they have to deal with their true characteristics or the natures that show up because they're in a space that they don't belong. I'm talking about the people who belong there. And there are thousands of them, millions of them. So we don't have to have and do what everybody else does. And we only do that because at the point we're at now, we're not happy. And we're trying to grab for straws to say this, this is my happiness, or maybe this is my happiness. But you never get to the place allowing the divinity, the divine flow, allowing God, who has the greater perspective, to guide you where you belong. Because we're all individuals and we're all individual creatures belonging to the whole, but we have a specific destiny here. So hope that made sense, man. Rising Ground Church, I just wanted to drop that on you. And if you have any comments about that, or you know, just what do you think about that? Are you facing something similar? Do you need more answers around? Maybe it's not a spouse, maybe it's a job, maybe it's your health, whatever it is. You know, talk to us. You know what I mean? You can never move forward if you hide, if you stay imprisoned in the places where you can be free from, if you only allow yourself to be free. Talk to you. Peace.